So you're thinking of moving to Meridian, Idaho? Well, you're not alone. In today's video, we're gonna unpack all of the secrets, and I'm gonna give you the top 5 pros and the top 5 cons so that you understand, you are aware exactly what it's like to live right here in Meridian. If this is your first time to the channel and you're interested in learning more about what it's like to live right here in Boise, Idaho and the surrounding suburbs, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button below so that you're updated every single time I post videos about what the market is doing here in Boise. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. Let's talk about the good stuff first. We're gonna talk about pro number 1, which is the location. Meridian sits right between Boise and Nampa. It's right in the heart of the Treasure Valley, so it's perfect if you need to commute anywhere, whether you work in downtown Boise, if you want to go out to Nampa to grab a bite to eat. But Meridian itself has some awesome restaurants and shopping right along Eagle Road. So you're right there in the heart. It's a perfect spot in the Treasure Valley. It also has quick access to I-84. So if you need to, again, head down to downtown Boise, if you need to head out of town, if you need to get to the airport, the location is prime. Let's dive into pro number 2, and that is the cost of living. Zillow, Redfin, and some other companies have reported recently that the median sales price is right around $550,000. Again, depends on which neighborhood, which pocket you want to live in. There's some nicer areas. You can get some homes at a great value, but you definitely get more for your money in Meridian than you would in Eagle, or if you want to live close to downtown in the north end. So it's a great spot, more house for your money, more land, and you don't have to sacrifice anything to get it. We are at pro number 3, and that is the entertainment you have in Meridian. It's endless here. Whether you want to go out to Topgolf, whether you want to get over to the Village, it's an outdoor mall, it's a shopper's paradise. There's some amazing dining options there as well. Downtown Meridian, the scene is exploding with some new restaurants, new breweries. It's a really fun spot to go get your entertainment. You can hop over to the Meridian Speedway if you want to take a look at the track, get a nice drink, watch some race cars, or pickleball's your thing. The Flying Pickle is right there in the heart of Meridian. Amazing indoor facility. They offer monthly memberships, or if you just want to play every now and then, you can pay once as you go. Let's dive into pro number 4, and that is the schools. Now in Meridian, Idaho, you have some of the best education in the entire state of Idaho. In a couple of my other videos, I go a little more in depth on the niche.com scores. I give you the average teacher to student ratio. I give you the average ACT and SAT scores. So go ahead and check those videos out when you can. But for now, if you live in Meridian, depending on the boundary and the neighborhood that you fall, you have the option to go to 4 different high schools. The first one is Meridian High School. Then you have Mountain View High School, you have Rocky Mountain High School, and you have Owyhee High School. Now, Meridian High School was established in 1904, many years ago. The next high school, Mountain View, wasn't established till 2003, and the rest of them fall thereafter. Rocky Mountain was 2008, and Owyhee was 2021. So you can see that Meridian is exploding, and they are building schools to keep up with demand. Last but not least, let's throw out pro number 5, and that is the restaurants and the shopping. If you live there in Meridian, Idaho, again, you're in the heart of the Treasure Valley. Eagle Road runs north and south. It's one of the main roads here in the Treasure Valley. You'll find a lot more of your traditional shopping like the Targets, the Dick's Sporting Goods, the Kohl's, and stores like that. The Village outdoor mall, you can go there and find your H&M, your Vans, your Lululemon, things like that. There's also some amazing restaurants up there in the Village. More traditional again, like Yard House and whatnot. If you pop over to downtown Meridian, that scene is exploding with brand new Mexican restaurants. There's the Sushi Shack, and Epi's Basque restaurant is amazing. It sits in a little house-like neighborhood, but if you go there, the Basque food is phenomenal, some of the best in Boise. And if you didn't know, Boise is very well known for their Basque culture. All right, so we've talked about the good stuff. We have to jump over to the bad stuff. That's probably why you are here in the first place. You want to know what's so bad about Meridian, Idaho. Everyone always talks about the good stuff. Well, here I'm going to give you the top 5 cons of living in Meridian. Coming in at number 1 is the infrastructure. With Meridian growing so rapidly, as you can tell, I mentioned that 3 high schools have built since 2003. So many people are moving here. The infrastructure has been hard, but the city has listened and they're doing their best to keep up with that growing demand. All right, con number 2 is the river access, or the lack of river access, that is. You aren't going to be able to walk right out your back door and throw that fishing pole in the water. You're not going to be able to walk out your back door and jump on the green belt and cruise on your bike or take a run. That's not going to happen in Meridian. If you want to do that, you have to make the drive down to Eagle or over to Boise to get on the river or get on that green belt. All right, let's throw con number 3 at you, and that is the rising house prices. Again, while it's not as expensive as Eagle, or if you want to live close to downtown Boise in the north end, Meridian still has house prices that are rising. With that, there's plenty of master plan communities that are popping up to give you exactly what you need if you live right there in Meridian. Con number 4 is the lack of walkability. Now again, it's right there in the heart of the Treasure Valley. So if you need to get to the airport, which is about a 15 to 20 minute drive, if you need to get to downtown Boise, 20 to 25 minute drive, whether you're going down there for work, whether you want to go do some shopping, go have some fun, Boise State's campus is right down next to downtown as well. So if you want to head down there for the big game, go see that blue turf, you're gonna need a vehicle to get down there. So if you live in Meridian, you are gonna need a car. All right, last but not least, let's give you con number 5. Now, if you are a big golfer, if golfing's your thing, there's not a lot of options right there in Meridian. You're gonna have to do some driving to some other cities to get to the courses that you like. The one public course that's there is Lakeview Country Club. In my opinion, I give that course around a 3.5 or 4 out of 10. It's a fun course to play, just not the best in my opinion. Go ahead and check out some of my other videos again. I have one that shows every single public and private course in the valley. I give them ratings. We go in depth so you know what courses are the best and where to play. But if you want a private course, Meridian actually has one of the best in the valley. That's Spurwing Country Club, right on the north side of Meridian. But if you're looking for that public play, you're gonna have to go to other cities like Eagle and play Banbury. You're gonna have to go to Boise to play Quail Hollow, or even out to Cuna to play Falcon Crest. All right, guys, so there you have it. I've given you my opinion on Meridian, Idaho, the top 5 pros. I've given you the top 5 cons. There's great schools, there's great shopping, there's great restaurants. It's an amazing location. But again, you have to go if you want to golf to some other areas. If you want to hit the river, hit that green belt, you're gonna have to do a little drive. You're gonna need a car if you live in Meridian. So those are my top 5 pros and my top 5 cons. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button below and tap that notification bell so that you're updated every single time I post videos about cities here in the Treasure Valley.